Placebo, The Bitter End. That's the first single to be lifted from their forthcoming album, Sleeping with Ghosts, which you can hear in full on the XFM Online listening posts. I'm Ricky, you cheeky little devil, Gervais. With me, Steve. All right, ladies, what can I get you to drink? What, you think I'm made of money? I meant half a mile or something, merchant. And Karl, oh, I'm stressed. If it's too hard, I don't want to do it. Pilkington.
Indeed. Oh, well, it's nice to be back, Rick. Rick, I heard a rumour that you weren't going to be playing great music today. I'm assuming that's wrong.
It is wrong. This is what I mean about the grapevine and just Chinese whispers. I'm not having it. There's some great music coming up.
Right. I was heard that there was going to be some boring chat. Sorry, it's that.
Well, I want names.
I mean, I don't want to name
and addresses.
Names, but that's the gossip I heard.
It's totally wrong.
I heard it was going to be inane, ill thought out, often stupid.
No, Carl's not going to talk so much this week. We're going to try and sort of bring it back to real radio. So that's an absolute lie.
Yeah, great. Good.
All right, Carl, had a good week?
Yeah, not bad.
Have you? Going on with you now, aren't you?
Well, I will be doing later. Tell you about that later on.
What,
there's a hook.
Can I just check, because there are rules in place, aren't there?
Yeah.
There was a big bust-up in the week.
I'm only allowed to wind him up now. I'm not allowed to wind him up socially now. I'm not allowed to... What am I not allowed to do, socially?
I think squeezing the head, socially.
Yeah.
It's been crossed off.
Right, okay. And I agreed to that, because it got to a head where, Carl was really upset and he was thinking of just giving it all in, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why was that?
Because you were just winding me up too much.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to bring it all up again?
I don't mind. What was I doing?
It was just...
I should say now that there was a conversation where we were all sort of really walking on eggshells. It was frosty. It was a conference call, and Carl was on one end, and I'll tell you, I was very much a media. I was very much a UN media here.
What do you think of that?
It was difficult to sort of keep it serious when I'm saying stuff like, I'm sick of you putting a Burger King bag on my head.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's part of me that's like, I can't believe we're doing this. But
what I like about it is that I'm laughing and going, well, I won't do that anymore. And he's going, you can still do it on air. And like today, I came in, I went to squeeze in, he went at 1 o'clock. I love those rules.
Yeah.
I love those rules.
Well, between the hours of 1 and 3 on a Saturday, you can squeeze his hair, you can put a Burger King back on.
I can't wait. It's terrible. Oh, dear.
It all started last week as well, really, because I got in a bit earlier to do an edit for you on some track that had swearing in it, right? So I get in early, he comes in, first thing he does is go to sort of squeeze me head. And my reaction was, not now, do it later. As if it's alright to do it later. So that's kind of what made me think this isn't normal, isn't it?
We should just point out, when we say squeezing your head, what exactly does that mean?
I put my hand on the front. I do two experiments, right? Yeah. One is the side, because you can crush an egg sideways, so I think that's more dangerous. Right. And I actually put my elbows out, and I press like a vice, and I really go for it until it really hurts. And the front one it shouldn't hurt so much, if my experiment's right. I don't know.
Well, it was all this that sort of, built up.
Sure. And the research that you're doing there, Rick, is that going to be available online at some point?
Well, that was the problem. That's what I was saying to him, because it kind of started last week.
Well, it's been going on since we've known you.
Yeah, but
I just upped it last week.
It got out of hand a bit.
I upped it to when I think it got to I had on Thursday when I filmed it.
That was it, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
I brought in a cameraman to film me torturing him, and there was some people from the 6th floor being shown round.
Yeah, some management and that, showing probably clients round, sort of, they've probably been on all the different floors, same what all the different radio stations do. This is XFM, the sort of this sort of noise going on.
Yeah.
You see them all look down and saying, don't do that, right?
Sure.
They might want to spend a load of money.
Yeah.
And he's doing that, he's wrestling with me, he's filming it. So that's when I just thought,
It's mad, isn't it?
And then when we were having the argument on the phone, I was saying, has this been some sort of experiment?
He said that, and of course I lost it.
Yeah.
But it's all good now.
Well, do you want to squeeze his head before we play the next
I won't at the moment, because we've got to get on. It's not right. And that annoyed me as well, because I was trying to find out where he was going. I was filming him. I was going on waiting for Karl. Told Johnny he's meeting a mate at 6, which annoys me on 2 counts. And I'm just doing it to the camera. So I'm going to follow him and just turn up and go, all right, where you been? But then when I came in, he went, I'm meeting a mate, and he told me where it was. So I told him that spoils my fun.
Of course. Because you'd want to just track him down.
I don't want him to like it.
Yeah.
Which is pulled the rug under my carpet now that he's going to let me do. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's a little bit annoying.
It's that thing though, you see. This happened years ago to me, right? When, you get pally with someone and then you wind each other up and then there comes a time when you just go over the line, right?
What happened?
Well, it was this lad called Anthony, right, who was my mate.
Yeah.
And we used to sort of always have a little fight in the toilet and that, right?
Sure.
Punch each other.
No, I want to wipe it.
And the punches, used to get harder and stuff. And then, so he hit me harder. Turned out into a proper fight.
Yeah.
I chipped his tooth on the sink, right?
Right.
This happened at school, and it was time for assembly, and I thought, and he's in the toilet crying. I thought, go to assembly. There's police in there, in the assembly that day, telling people about unnecessary violence.
And you thought they were there for you?
So I'm like, oh no, Anthony's going to come in a minute, like crying with all blood coming from his mouth. I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go running to sleep?
That was an example of... I mean, it kind of happened because I went out with a girl who he fancied.
How old are we now?
About 8 or 9.
I think that's out of order, going out with a mate's girl.
Yeah, but she didn't like him. He had like big ears and that. He had no
Yeah, 'cause
chance.
you're
So why
such a
should I?
dick.
No, but do you know what I mean? All right, I haven't got the looks like I used to.
Sure, when you were 8.
But that's before the stress of having head squoze and that sort of thing. I have aged a lot since.
Having your head squeezed.
I love your own grammar. I know.
That's the past tense, is it? Squeeze or to have squeezed.
Oh, he did squoze his head.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So
What about a bit of Bowie? Let's be my wife, Carl. I'm asking you. Let's make
I think
it
we can squeeze that in.
But be my wife, Carl. Come on. Will you miss me on holiday?
No.
Really?
No.
What? He's joking, I assume, Steve.
Well, I don't know.
Can you tell? I can't tell whether he's serious or not. What do you mean, no?
No, definitely not. I mean, I might, when I get back, I'll go, just have a quick chat, but I'm not going to be sat there going, I wish I was back in London for Ricky to,
I've squozed my head.
We've sorted the head problem out.
Yeah.
No, I still won't.
No? Okay, well, that's still what I'm saying. I was with Carl in the week, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and was it last week? There was a programme on about the child who was older than her mum.
A child that was older than her mum?
Yeah, right, which he was looking forward to as much as Oliver, the Humanzee, yeah. And I didn't see it in the end. Did you miss it as well?
I missed it. So
and it's what it is this little girl, and she's got an ageing thing. So he was telling me about this. It's all from him. He went, well, what it is, right? She's about 5, right? But she's aged, so she's actually 90, right? And I went, oh God, really? He went, yeah. And then he went, could she get served in an off licence? I went, no. He went, well, that's not fair. I went, what do you mean? He went, well. I said, she's 5 years old. She's a 5-year-old girl. He went, yeah, but she's got the body of a 90-year-old. So, oh God, let her have a fag.
Wouldn't you let her have one if she...
If she asked?
Yeah. If you worked in an off licence and she wandered in, right, and...
So she's 2'6".
Well, I don't know because I haven't seen it. I don't know that much about it.
Yeah, she's 5-year-old, 2'6". It's just an ageing process, which is a degeneration of the cells, like what ageing is. It doesn't mean she grew into a 90-year-old woman with a scarf going around the streets. What did you imagine it looked like?
I don't know. I mean, she's ageing fast, yeah?
Yes, but it's more to do. It's not. Yes, yeah.
Because it was saying that her mum and dad are pretty stressed out about it, and I kind of thought, well, you'd be forever buying birthday presents.
It's not like she's morphing through various ages. Like, my God, look, she's 58 today. 59, we can't keep up.
Well,
it's not that.
It's it has the same effect as ageing on the body. So at a cellular level, there's a degeneration as quick as if she'd gone through. I don't know. I got this from you. I'm guessing, Carl.
It's not like she's watching Top of the Pops one week and she's loving it, then the next week she's going, I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
She's not like music
it's all
in one
black
day.
dance. I remember when I was 4 and a half. They were real bands.
Now, that S Club 7 were excellent.
Yeah.
But what's this tripe? S Club.
But if she wants a fag...
She's 5 years old, Carl.
But she's got to experience everything in a short spell of time. Do you know what I mean? You've got time to sort of...
I think you're thinking of her life like that Fatboy Slim video, where it starts off as something crawling out of the sea and then it evolves really quickly over 3 minutes. That's not the case, Carl. Her mind isn't... She isn't aging in her mind at the same time.
No, she's
not living a whole life in 3 weeks. It's just her body is degenerating quicker than it should.
So if you worked in odd bins, you wouldn't serve her with a bottle of wine?
No, I probably wouldn't.
Well...
Unless she had some ID, which
That's a bit cruel, isn't it? That's on top of all her other problems, he wouldn't even give us a glass of...
Yeah, a bottle of wine.
And her ID wouldn't look right, because she's aging all the time. The photo would never match.
Yeah. Look at my hair there. That was last week.
Well, it was 2002.
Exactly.
We don't know enough about it, so...
No, I haven't seen it, so, maybe we should apologise, because that could sound callous and cruel, because I don't know what the whole...
It was just the title.
The vibe of the... Yeah, I know the title that excited
Something
you.
like, I'm older than my mum.
No, it's the child that's older than her mother.
Well...
Yeah.
So that was weird. There was some good stuff on in the week.
You missed that, didn't you? Watched it?
Didn't see that. Saw...
Maybe someone have it on video for you?
Yeah, if you taped it and, send it in.
Watch it on fast forward, she'd really age then. Imagine that. Whoa!
Well, we've got some weird stuff to talk about, though.
What?
Coming up later.
What?
Darren Brown.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting.
I know the fact that we've just talked about him asking me nicely not to squeeze his head when people are around, and the girl who ages so quickly she should be served in odd bins, and he goes, but we've got some weird stuff coming up.
That's Carl's world.
Yeah. That's our song, isn't it, Carl? Leave all this misery behind, isn't it? Turing breaks. Painkiller. That's what I could do. I could sort of give you a little local anaesthetic and squeeze your head and see how far it would go before...
Start like when I get back off holiday.
Oh, dear.
Rick, I was watching music television this morning just before I came out.
I love it.
I kind of agree with Wyclef Jean.
Yeah.
That just because she dances loco, it don't make her a hoe. No. But I can't help but feel she's not helping her case. I mean, she's there every night, basically, getting them out for the lads.
I know.
For money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean that she's a hoe or a whore, as you say. But I can't help but think if you think people are slagging you off, calling you a whore, get a different job. Because I'll tell you this, you like the money.
Yeah.
She likes the easy money.
I'll say this. If, basically exposing and sort of wobbling round you means tits and arse doesn't make you a hoe, what does?
I don't know what does.
Look at Carl's head, just went down there, He doesn't like this sort of filth,
He's thinking about Maxine.
Who's Maxine?
That's her name. Put on her red shoes, Maxine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's a moving song.
What's the horse about at the end?
Horse, I've never understood that. Is Wyclef doing alright? Is he? I'm always a bit concerned about the Fugees, because I heard that Lauryn Hill's her new album's apparently not very good. Nas, or whatever his name is, I don't know what's happened to him. He's disappeared off the face of the earth.
I've got a soft spot for him all. I think he popped up too much. I think it was a bit ubiquitous, jumping up on everyone's... he's a funny bloke as well.
Wyclef.
He's a lovely man.
He's a good guy. Good luck to all the
So,
Fugees.
good luck to all the lads from the Fugees.
Any other bands you're concerned about?
Hepburn, what the hell? What has gone wrong with Hepburn?
Oh, it does make me worry.
Well, do you want to do some... give some stuff away?
I suppose so, Carl, we could,
Yeah, set it up, set it rolling.
What is it? Which of your many competitions is this?
Songs of Phrase.
Talking of competitions, I remember last week, a big argument that Carl kicked Steve off the team because he was getting a little bit uppity and trying to take it over.
Pub quiz, isn't it?
Pub quiz, yeah, but then you let him back in, didn't you?
Well, he was alright. He came to me afterwards and said, you're not going to kick me off, are you? And I said, well, yeah.
He came back sort of, I suppose, begging. Was it embarrassing or...?
No, it's just, he
learned his lesson.
He realises he overset the mark, like you have this week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've all learnt a lesson.
Yeah, we all learned a lesson. But I won the quiz, didn't I? And you didn't.
Well, that doesn't matter.
No,
The thing is,
but I won all the money, didn't I?
Please bear in mind, just taking part of the counts, Rick.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't winding you up in the quiz, though, was I?
And all your team was older.
Yeah.
Well, what's that got to do with it? I've learned
You've
more.
got a collective age, your team, of about 300.
No, one of them was one of them was actually 5, but she just aged a lot.
I think when I took the 11 plus, we were all around the same age. That's what I mean, right? your team was a lot older. What was our average age, would you say?
Average age probably 30.
Right.
Yours at least 41.
No.
Definitely.
No.
Definitely.
Only 2 of us were 40 and 3 were about 30.
No, rubbish.
Yeah.
Who's 30?
Martin, Glenn's about 36, yeah. But
It all helps, doesn't it?
And
Alps.
And you've all got.
Anil's under 30. Anil's under 30.
And you've got a better general knowledge.
yeah. We were cheating. We knew more.
You just knew more stuff.
Yeah, that's not allowed, is it?
Proper quiz time.
But I wasn't winding you up though when I won. I wasn't gloating or anything, was I?
No, that's all. When you kept sort of counting it in front of me and
Like he hasn't got enough cash already, Carl.
How much was it? How much was the prize?
I can't say. It'd be gauche. Right.
Is that tax-free, that money?
Yeah, it's a prize, isn't it?
Is that true, though? Is that how it works?
I think so. Prize money, isn't it? I don't know.
Well, otherwise I assume you'll be declaring that.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be paying tax on that.
Yeah.
Because you know where the taxman could contact you via XFM at any time just to check that if you wanted to. Sure. Okay, prizes to give away this week. You've excelled yourself again. We've got, once again, Scotland Rocks, the very best of Scottish music, Texas Deacon Blue,
Brilliant.
and Jerry Rafferty.
Proclaim's on there or not?
Proclaim's there, don't worry, Delegate's on there as well, don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's Biss on there, it's Biss on there.
I'm just checking to see if Midge and Hugh and Gry feature with it, thankfully.
I don't know.
The Rosillos as well.
Oh,
and Gun.
brilliant. That's brilliant.
So I look forward to
Is
that.
Lulu on there or not? Is she not on there? She's not on there. She's not on there.
But
the Wets, are the Wets on there? Or the Wets or not?
Fairground attraction.
Brilliant.
That's on there. So,
Is Wee Hootie McToob on there? And is Jamboree?
What's this? This is another arbitrary compilation called Strange and Beautiful. The X-List album, which is quite good. The new album by the White Stripes. The DVD Walking with Cavemen, that TV show that's on VHS. It's still got the price on there. On VHS, in case you haven't seen it. Fight Club, and the best-selling book from Michael Moore's Stupid White Men. So actually some quite good prizes there, Carl. Not bad.
All right, Carl, what's this competition?
Right, Song's a Phrase. It's where I get a line that sort of is said a lot on the show, or has been said quite a lot on the show.
Yeah. Is this one Stop Squeezing Me Head?
No. Oh, I could have done that. But what we're doing is The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
Is that the phrase?
Yeah, that's the phrase that we're looking at today.
The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
It is as well. It's his favourite film.
No.
Why is that again? Because it's funny and sad, and it's you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, they promise you an Elephant Man is exactly what you get.
Yeah.
It's good. Have you seen it, Steve?
I have seen it.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember at the beginning of the Elephant
Think
Man?
of that. Having that as your favourite film of all the hundreds of amazing films. I mean,
It's a good film and it's a moving film.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's a film I would watch endlessly again
I
and
don't
again.
care about a bloke with an elephant's
I
head.
watched a little bit of it again the other night. It's one of them that, just sort of reminds you.
You know what annoys me when he goes, "I am not an animal." He is.
Well, I mean, he speaks like one.
And what doesn't
And
help?
he's got
he looks
bloody
like
head. You know, yeah.
But it was a bit unfair because they never let him look in a mirror because he's a bit odd looking. It upset him.
Yeah.
So his hair was always a mess. And that made him look worse than he actually was.
Yeah.
But good film, get it out if you haven't seen it. That's the phrase today.
Do you know, I remember my friend introduced me to that film, and if you remember at the beginning there's a big montage because he is working in a zoo, isn't he, or he's being kept in a zoo, and there's a sequence of various elephants, I think, actual elephants kind of rampaging, and it's just quite a sort of moody, atmospheric montage.
Is he king of the elephants?
My friend said to me when we went to watch this, he said what happens is he gets trampled on by some elephants, and that's what makes him look like an elephant. And I went, right. And I watched it, I thought, that's not the case. And I tried to explain it to him, and he's, to this day, still convinced that the Elephant Man, it's like when Spider-Man gets bitten by a spider.
Yeah.
It was his man, wasn't
The
it?
Elephant Man. The power of an elephant.
Was it his mum who got...
He never forgets.
Anyway.
Be careful.
Is man what?
Wasn't it his mum who was pregnant and then they ran over her? And
No, I don't think so.
that's the impression I got from it.
No.
You are joking, aren't you?
No. I thought, I honestly... Anyway, right, so the phrase is, my favourite film's The Elephant Man.
Oh, right, wow.
Yeah. There's 5 songs make up that sentence.
Yeah.
Right, this week. Have a listen, see if you can work out the songs. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, right? And you win all that stuff Steve just said. So, right, here we go then. The Elephant Man is my favourite.
That was Nicely done.
Genius.
Let's hear it again.
Yes.
Five songs there. The Elephant Man
not
is
so hard, this
my
week, which is
favourite
good.
film. Well, I thought we'd make it a bit easier.
Make it a bit easier. Yeah.
Just one more.
Email only, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Brilliant.
A bit of hip hop hooray, a bit of a rap classic. Although you may not have heard it before.
It's the Mock Turtles. XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl the K-Man Pilkers. Little Pilkers, little baldy, roundy, heady Pilkers.
Oh yeah, there's
Go on.
There's a what's her name? If people go to the
You're
website.
joking? There's not a what's her name.
An actual what's it?
You are joking, Karl.
No, it's just you reminded me.
Oh, did I?
Little round bald head.
Yeah.
If they go to xfm.co.uk,
Yeah.
/ Ricky, there's a picture on there. You know that picture you did?
Oh, that I drew.
The one you drew of me.
Who put it on? Did what XFM put it on?
Yeah.
Did it look good? Can you get into it? Can I have a
I'll
look?
have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look. During the
What is it? xfm.co.uk.
/ Ricky.
Right.
And there's that little picture, and people can sort of put bids in, and the money goes to
Me, I
charity.
assume, as I drew it.
No, it's for some charity thing. So
Because I read something that I think there's been a bid of at least £50, which is pretty.
No,
impressive.
there
I swear to
hasn't.
God, I just saw it earlier. I deleted it because I thought someone was winding us up.
you deleted it.
Well, I didn't know, did I? You didn't keep me informed.
Well, it just. Oh.
He's a buffoon, Karl, isn't he? I think you're an idiot, but sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I'm just going to check the power list. Top 100 most important people in radio.
What's this list?
Oh, it's just the most important people in radio. Oh, 56, Ricky Gervais. That's annoying. 56.
Let me see.
It says 55 more important people than me. I love the fact there that I've beaten David Mansfield, who's controller of Capital.
Yeah. Arbitrary. The Radio Academy Power List Top 100. And you're what, number 56?
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais, XFM.
Yeah.
I noticed we're not mentioned, Karl. What's your thoughts on that? You know. A little stinging that. I'd have thought, considering the amount of work you put into this show.
Don't get me started.
Are you on here elsewhere, Karl?
Too busy.
Chris Moyles is number 96.
Oh, that's good.
That's good news, isn't it? He'll be off the list by next year, right?
So
Here's
funny,
one,
aren't they?
Steve.
Go on.
Right. Who's number one?
Number 1 is Phil Roberts. I don't know who that is.
Right. Wouldn't you think that Marconi would have got a mention?
Marconi, now what station's he on?
That's the point, because I got one in television and you thought John Logie Baird would have got a mention.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great, although it's not ever, is it? Again, I'll slip out of that by next year, I'd have thought. Oh dear.
Just checking to see. Oh yeah, Dr. Fox, good, he's on there at number 39. I'm assuming his medical qualifications have also.
That sneaks you up the list, yeah. Typical.
Pete Waterman, yeah, number 35. That makes sense. Important guy.
Can we just give the website so they can read this at their leisure? Because this really isn't radio, is it?
Right, well, xfm.co.uk.
No, that website, if they want to see the most.
Oh, I don't know where it is. I'm just saying xfm.co.uk / Ricky if you want to see that picture. And whoever bidded £50, if you can send the email again.
Bid, whoever bid.
Whoever bidded.
Yeah.
We should start picking you up on your grammar. I mean, we're hardly ones to speak, but, you know. I squoosed.
I tell you what, I listened back to Karl was worried about last week's show because he said there was too much screaming and shouting and just nonsense and eating burgers.
It was a
and
bit
stuff.
like It's a Knockout last week, wasn't it?
No, yeah, and I listened back to it, and it was without doubt the most appalling piece of radio I have ever heard in my life.
Really?
I didn't know what I was saying. I was saying, and I finished sentence, eat it! And he's going, and you're going, Karl, they're eating a hamburger. It was bizarre. Just half an hour. If anyone didn't know us, or I've never heard of us, or just like, Heart 104, XFM 104, listen to this. Here's the burger, here's the beef, coming out, it's very, no! It was absolutely, honestly, it was like a mental ward.
To be fair though, at the best of times you sound like you're selling the Evening Standard.
Good luck, England.
And thank you so much to Positive Internet. Those guys allow us to do these free podcasts. Someone's got to pay for these, and those guys do and do a great job. So enjoy the free ones, but buy the ones for a couple of quid as well, please. Carl wants another house.
Welcome to number 2 in this second series of the Ricky Gervais Show. With me, Ricky Gervais. Hello. Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And Karl Pilkington.
All right.
Well, I've been away. I had a little bit of an express tour of America, LA and New York. And they're all talking about one thing out there. Karl Pilkington.
Really?
Yeah. I hooked up with the Simpsons lot. They all listen to it on their iPods. I went down to the American office to keep an eye on, things.
Check it.
Well, as we get money for old rope, doing next to nothing, I thought I'd show my face.
Yeah.
They're big fans, Carl. I met up with Jason Bateman, Arrested Development, and he knows how stupid you are. David Letterman knows what an idiot you are. Mentioned on the Letterman show. I mean, unbelievable. David Bowie listens, and they're all listening to little Karl Pilkington. When I think of people like that, like pretty much geniuses in their field.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But when I think of Bowie listen to it, I still think of him as 26, dressed
Well,
as...
he's dressed as Ziggy.
Yeah.
With a pair of those big 70s headphones.
Yeah, and he's going, hey, Mum, can you turn the TV down and listen to Pilkington?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love his kooky outlook, and Christopher Guest. Now, Christopher Guest empathises with you a little bit, because obviously everyone else sort of knows how stupid you are and not understanding concepts like, the Infinite Amount of Monkeys. But he empathises with that because he thinks that sometimes he thinks that he sometimes doesn't understand concepts that seem obvious to other people. However, I think he's being polite. I don't think you've got a lot in common with him because he did all that other genius stuff. What you did was do the washing up with your pants pulled down slightly. It didn't have the same effect to say...
It's not as influential as Spinal Tap.
Oh, wait, for Guffman!
No. Unless people... maybe that's sweeping the nation, though. Maybe if someone sees someone nude in a room opposite their house, they immediately get their cock out.
They go, genius. That's genius. Well, I did an appearance at the Oxonian Society in New York. It's a Princeton College run event, and they have, academics, artists, political figures. They have... heads of industry, they had world leaders, they've had Prince Hassan of Jordan, and there was a Q&A afterwards, and one of the questions was, is Monkey News coming back?
Yeah.
In that sort of forum. I mean, it's...
I believe they also asked that of Bill Clinton.
They did, yeah. Now, Carl, is Monkey News coming back?
I mean, maybe. It depends what goes on out there. It's going to be quiet, isn't it?
On the monkey front?
Yeah, I don't know if they're aware or whatever that's being covered, but it's just like, there's no point. You can't make news, can you? All these news channels, that's the problem with it. They've committed to saying we're a news channel. You've got to find news. Well, don't do it like that.
Sure.
I'd say put something else on. If there's now what's going on.
Cartoons.
Just.
Is there often no news in the world on the planet Earth with 6 billion people? Is there ever a day where they go, no, nothing?
But I'm just saying, the news is. What is it, about half an hour long?
There's news channels that are 24 hours. But you're thinking of one specific news programme that's on in your house.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's half an hour. How much of that?
No. Look, I've told you that not all news programmes are half an hour by definition, but you go anyway, it's half an hour. Again, you didn't listen to me. Why do you think all news programmes are half an hour? They're not.
I'm just saying, how much of that do we actually need to know about?
But we don't need to know about any news. I mean, outside sort of dangerous situation, it's interesting, it's entertainment. People want to be aware, people want to be hooked up. I mean, I don't, watch the news much or read papers, but it's funny, when I'm away, I do. I suppose it's because you want to feel connected with what's yours. It's that feeling of being part of society, isn't it?
No, but there's places, say like there's places where they don't have telly, right? And they're not watching the news. They're still getting on with life.
Yes, they are.
And they're bogged down with their own problems, which is the way it should be. Say, like at the moment, I've got a leak in the bathroom. Right?
Have you?
It's doing me head in. So I put the telly on to get away from all that, and you put the news on, they go, there's a, bad weather in what's it. You go, oh, don't tell me that as well. I like it when you hear about inventions that are coming out, or, stuff they're doing in science.
But you told me the other day that you thought everything that needs to be invented has been invented. Something they said in 1900. But, so what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they are sort of playing around now. Like they've said they've made like a heart now that can be bunged into a body if yours isn't working and keep you going.
But why is a heart that you can bung into someone to save their life? Why is that a bad thing?
Just because it's another thing, isn't it? That's we're meant to die from the year dot. Things live. You have your bit. You knock about. And then you die. If you're going to live forever, how do you plan stuff? Right? That's the way I look at it.
Sure.
You sort of go...
How big would your diary be?
Well, that diary would become intimidating, wouldn't it?
This is what I'm saying.
You have to fill that in for the rest of eternity.
And you get bored. You get bored with living forever. And,
But I agree with you.
You get bored of people. You'd have to keep making new mates, wouldn't you? Because you'd have discussed everything by the time you're about 110.
110?
So it's kind of like...
Carl, you have the same concepts that you worked out and decided that were true at about 10, I think.
I look at life like a big book. Like a big book.
Right, okay, yeah.
And, sometimes you get halfway through it and you go, even though I've been enjoying it, I've had enough. Give us another book.
No. Your metaphor, analogy, whatever you're trying to create there, falls down with let's have another book.
Yeah.
No. You can either opt out of life or stick with it till the end. You can't go, be someone else now. You can't do that. I know you think you can. And I think in your world you can, you'd possibly be injected into an old woman's head when you've had enough and you come out a little baby.
What I mean is, at the moment, my life, I've now lived to 74, 75, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'm probably on page, what am I on? A book that's got about 200...
This is painful, Steve. This is really painful. Carry on.
I'm on, I say my book's got 300 pages in it, a few pictures and that.
It's a picture book. That's the great thing about Carl's life. It's a book for children.
It's a pop-up book. And it just, every page he pops in and he goes, all right.
I'm probably on like page about 170.
Yeah.
He's going to die at 74. He's reading a book with a few pictures in with 300 pages and he's on 170. Go on then.
So, right, if the book was too thick, right, and there was loads more pages...
Let me tell you, this book is way too thick.
Yeah. If the book was more thick, yeah.
The book could not be thicker.
If there was loads more pages left, I'd go, I can't be bothered reading on.
Right. Okay, let him finish the analogy.
He doesn't know that when he saw the book.
We've got to finish this analogy,
Right.
otherwise we're going to be here all night.
Listen, he must have known how many pages there were when he got the book out of the library.
Yeah, but the way they write books, they paint in pictures more at the beginning, you're going, this is good, and then it gets a bit boring as it goes on, doesn't it?
Okay, well that works. So you're saying that you were young...
No, it doesn't work.
Well,
You just accepted that that's what all books are like.
No, but there's a little bit of poetry in that, because he's actually saying that when he was young, his whole life was ahead of him. He couldn't wait the whole world, the promise that he was given of this world. And now he's a bit jaded and he's more cynical, and he realises that the world hasn't got as much to offer him as he thought it was. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Liar.
Well, Rick, you're not the only one who's been away. I know you've been off working, but I, at long last, have taken a bit of leisure time. And you've probably heard of the Rio de Janeiro Carnival, only one of the hottest, events in the world calendar. Yeah. Imagine me down there.
Oh,
Rio, you can imagine, did not know what hit it.
Oh, God almighty. Imagine, were you like Paul the party animal park?
He would not have been able to keep up if he was with me.
God, what did you do? What did you get up to?
Well, let me tell you right now. Day one, I almost drowned. Day two, I got a foot infection and spent the day in the hospital. And the rest of the time, I had diarrhea. So that was a hell of a time.
Carnival.
Yeah. I did. I was able to watch some of the carnival on TV, and it looked brilliant. It looked amazing. I didn't actually. It was difficult to make out because the TV wasn't actually in my room. because in an effort to save money, I wasn't staying in a hotel. I was staying with a bunch of other people in some kind of, like, someone's flat that they'd let out. And so I had to watch the TV. It was like from my window watching a neighbour's TV. And of course when they change the channel, you know, often during the juicy bits, like continually. And but they look really good. I'm bummed up at the moment just so I can get to the show. But I've just been on a 12-hour flight, and it is terrifying being on a flight when you know that any moment you could go. Because you know the problem is sometimes the toilet's free and sometimes then you've got to queue up. And the worst bit is that sort of half an hour just before you land when they say the toilets are out of bounds now. I tell you, I went twice before that in quick succession. The woman sat next to the toilet. She didn't know what was going on, the noises and stuff in there. And because I was really panicky. Oh, Christ. And so of course then on the whole flight, as we're landing, I'm really petrified because I'm thinking I packed a pair of underpants and jeans in the bag in my holdall, just in case it all went. And I was really, because I hate flying anyway, and I hate landing because it's the most terrifying moment of the journey. Then it really was rumbling, and I was thinking, I've got to get out of there. Of course, you know when you're in a hurry, suddenly everything makes you angry. The little old lady in front of me who's just hobbling along off the gangplank. Get out of the way! You're just really annoyed.
With your bad hips and your bad legs.
Your Zimmer frame.
I know you've been through a war, but get out of my way!
And just anyone who could have even passes you, just be wrong. And so I managed to get there just in time, got into and it all went off. Man alive, it was grim. But that was not anything compared with the first couple of days. Because the first day I went for a walk, and of course Ipanema Beach is famous. I mean, obviously the Girl from Ipanema, one of the most famous songs in the world, and Ipanema Beach is famous for just the beautiful, beautiful people that gather there, and it is extraordinary. I mean, the people are remarkable. There's so many beautiful women in Rio. It made me angry. I was angry that these women were so attractive and that, you know, none of them were even looking at me. So, but anyway, I'm on the beach because I was shopping and I needed a wee, right? And we went for a quick impromptu swim, and I thought, wee in the sea.
Just think of it! On this beach, right? We're tired.
Well, I'm wearing great big long shorts because I'm not going to try and compete with these boys because they
And you are, could I say this, the whitest man I've ever met in my life. Yeah. I mean, with his shirt off, you can see his heart like a newborn fish.
well, this was the thing. As I went into the sea to have a wee, there was a discussion about this.
And I went into the sea to have a wee?
Yeah. Well, I was desperate for a toilet, and I was shopping, so I thought, I'm never going to make it back to the hotel, so I'll go in the sea and have a little swim. And
just don't see him straining, just like a cat in a little tray.
See, there was a discussion about this because I'm very much of the opinion that you should take your trunks down, and some people, some of my friends are saying, just do it in your trunks and let the sea just wash it away.
What a hell of a carnival!
And I think I'm against that. I've always been against that in swimming pools, everything, you know.
I'm against pissing in swimming pools. Full stop. It doesn't matter whether you do take your trunks down or don't piss in the swimming pool.
Sea?
Yeah, well, fine. Yeah,
fine, okay, right.
Fish do it.
So anyway, so I'm in the sea trying to urinate, and I kneeled because I'm obviously very tall, so it's tricky to get deep enough for the water to mask what you're up to. So I tried to kneel down in the water, right, and I got John Thomas out, but then the water swept out again and just left me on the beach. But luckily my back was to everyone, so no one saw. So I
can't think of a funnier sight than Steve Merchant on his knees with his little John Thomas out. I don't know how big it is. I've never seen it. But I imagine it's in proportion to the rest of it, is it?
I wish. That's all I'll say is I've been a little short-changed. But so then I got up and I waded a bit deeper in, right? And now I was trying. I got it out. But what I didn't realise is that the waves just off the beach are really just uncontrollable. You never know what's going to happen. So one minute they're calm, and the next minute they're crazy like a tsunami. So suddenly I see this giant wave coming towards me, crashing towards me, and I got the cock out and everything, and it grabs this wave, comes over me, and lifts me up, flips me up in the water, right? And I'm floundering around. I can't see anything because, of course, I had to take my glasses off to go in the sea. Because I didn't want to lose them.
Oh God!
So I floundering around, and I'm genuinely getting scared because as I try to get into shore, the wave just pulls me back again. So I'm waving to my friends on the beach. But what I don't realise is that because I'm not wearing my glasses, I don't realise that I've been dragged along the beach some way, and I'm not actually waving to my friends. So there's like a bunch of these beautiful women on Ipanema Beach watching a pasty white man waving with his cock out. And what annoyed me was my friends were laughing. And that really angered me.
If I'd have been there, I would have burst.
But why would you have come running? Would you have come running in and helped me?
Not with your knob out.
What? So even though I was screaming and
I'd have
shouting?
thrown a rope or something, or a dinghy or something. There's no way I'd have. I couldn't have saved you with your glasses off and your knob out. If I ever save you, I want you to be fully dressed with your glasses on.
So you'd have just let me go. That would have been what you'd said to my parents. He had his knob out and his glasses off. There was no way I was going to.
I can't think of a funnier sight. Oh.
Chimpanzee, that is running it down again.
Yeah, this is where we read extracts from Karl's diary. We've had to wrestle it from him. He's never happy, but that's the way it goes when you're doing a show as popular as this. And I'm going straight now to this entry. My man phone said that my Auntie Nora, classic Auntie Nora, wanted me to look on the internet to find out what the weather would be like in Spain at the end of November. I don't know where she gets her money from. 2 months ago she was asking me, Dad, how much it would be to get her back garden astroturfed because she's sick and tired of the grass getting out of her.
What does she want to do? Start a football team? What does she want to back garden astroturf?
She likes the sort of green look, but she doesn't like the headache that comes with it, so she's just looking into getting that false grass put in there.
Brilliant.
I don't know how much it is.
Went round to Ricky's and had some chicken curry that Ricky's girlfriend Jane had made. Ricky and Jane were going on holiday for a few days and had arranged for Glyn to come in and make sure the cat was okay while they were away. I'm sick of that cat. I was surprised that they hadn't paid for the little shit to go away with them on first class. Blimey, getting a bit vitriolic in the
Why doesn't he like the fact that I've got a cat and I love the cat?
It's just everything in that house that you've got gets sort of special treatment, and it's a cat. And
What do you mean you get special treatment?
Sometimes
we put food down for it, and sometimes it gets on our lap and we stroke it.
You don't just stroke it.
We're not
massage it. You massage its back. You go, no, you're stressed out.
Well, no, it's good. No, I'm not saying you stressed out. At no point did I say you stressed out. You said, what the fuck are you doing for? Is it stressed out or something? I like touching my cat.
To be honest with you, I don't like Ricky's cat.
I can't believe
Because every time I go around there, it goes straight for my goolies. Instantly.
Yeah, he'd probably seen you in the sea and thought, well, if he's waving it about, I'll have a bit of that.
But it's like the lizard thing you've got. He's just sat there. You bought a big box, right, to be in.
Right. One is a salamander, so it's an amphibian. It's not a box. It's a big Bavarian.
Yeah. But what I'm saying
and
is,
and if you're going to criticise someone for just sitting there, having a round head and doing nothing with its life, people who live in glass houses, we've done this one.
Do you know what gets me though, right, Steve? When I was there, I was looking at it and I thought, is it dead? Right, because he's just sat there. Like,
and then it was thinking exactly the same fucking thing.
Sat there, not moving, right? And then on the top of the box is like a box full of crickets and stuff. That's it. It's its food,
yeah.
Right? But they were more active than the thing that it was going to feed. Get rid of the lizards. Keep them in there. More entertaining. Don't understand it.
A few months back, a girl who was having a kid showed me one of them scans of the kid that was in her. That's science gone mad, innit? I couldn't think of anything nice to say, as it looked like a frog.
Do you know why we've got to that point? What? Why have we got to see something that young? Why?
Because people can keep an eye on the progress of the baby in the womb.
Yeah, but why are they printing it out and stuff? Surely that's for a doctor to see.
Well, that's just an added bonus for people who are interested in such things.
Well, that's like saying, why do you take pictures of anything?
No, because normally pictures are like, you in Brazil, sat in the sea or whatever. You go, oh yeah, I remember that day, it was a good day or whatever. But
wasn't.
It's just kind of like, why have you got to see something? You might as well.
Well, listen, why have you got to see something that small? So why would you take a picture of Steve in the sea?
No, but what I mean is, why? At what point are we going to stop? Are we going to start sort of X-raying the fella's testicles and saying, well, there it is at a really young age? Well, where are we going to stop?
It's just horses for courses, isn't it? Some people like to have a record of their baby in the womb. They like to show the video. They're excited about it.
They sit down and they show the friends the slideshow. That's the birth. Oh, that's the conception. Oh, look, Ron's going a bit mad there, isn't he?
But why do I need to see this? This is what I'm saying. It was an awkward situation because she was happy with it. I was like, oh, God. You know what I mean? It was an odd-looking thing. I couldn't say, oh, it looks like you, because that would be a diss.
Met Suzanne at Euston Station. I said I would sort out the tea tonight, so I called the curry house. The fella couldn't understand me. I asked for 2 poppadoms. He kept saying, how many? I kept saying 2. He still couldn't understand. I said 1 more than 1. He understood. When we picked up the food and took it home, there were 5 poppadoms in the bag. There is a restaurant somewhere that sells knobs to eat.
No, there's not.
There is.
No, there's not.
No, there is.
It says that women can't eat too many of them, and if you want a seal's knob for dinner, you have to book in advance.
Right, it's gobbledygook. This is the ramblings of a madman again.
It's a trend, he writes. It won't last long. It'll be like hummus.
But hummus, when did that happen?
What do you mean it's still going? It's a Greek traditional food.
I know, but there's a restaurant down the road that's all they do. That isn't a proper meal, that's a side order, isn't it? That's like having a restaurant just flogging tomato ketchup. Hummus isn't a meal. They don't even try and kid you and get you in to flog you just hummus. They actually say it for hummus today. Not in a work, they shut down within a month.
Called Ricky and asked what the difference is between the mind and the brain.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a phone call.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Ricky did explain, but I can't remember what he said. I wondered at what age you are when the mind kicks in. Okay. Ricky changed the subject and said there is an island called Spider Island. There's nothing but spiders on it. A bloke went to visit the island and said there was 1,000 types of spider in one tree.
I didn't tell you that.
No, I looked it up after talking to you.
Oh, right. Is that true?
Yeah, they just said there's loads of them.
What do you think about that? What do you think of an island that's just full of spiders?
It's a bit daft, isn't it?
What do you think they should do then?
I don't know, because you need spiders. I don't know what they do, but they say a world without spiders wouldn't be good.
Who says that?
I don't know, someone. But they sort of do something. There's something about if you did get rid of them all, it would have an effect.
Well, of course it would. Get rid of anything, it would have an effect.
Not everything, no. Like I've said, jellyfish and what have you.
Well, no.
The world wouldn't change.
Well, it would.
No, it wouldn't.
Well, it would, because it's part of an ecosystem, so they're something's food, aren't they?
No, but it's 97% water or something.
Yeah.
So how much are they doing? Just give them another 3%, make them water. That's more useful.
Give them another 3% and make them water. Oh, God.
The rain ain't stopped. The old woman with the bent neck. Now, we've not heard about the old woman with the bent neck before. She's a whole new character.
Incredible.
She's really old.
And she's got a bent neck, yeah, but tell us something else.
I don't know what's up with her, but her head sort of comes out of here.
Look, it's radio. They can't see what you're doing.
It comes out of her chest. So from behind, it looks like she hasn't got an head. It's really weird, right? I mean, she's old, and I don't know what's happened. Just Suzanne said it's sad, and the bones have sort of bent up or something, or maybe she carried something heavy when she was younger.
On her head.
And I don't know. It's sad and everything.
Yeah.
But she's wandering up and down the street. Always looks fed up. But you can see her. You have to sort of bend down a little bit. But her head's just. I thought I told you about.
She finds a lot of change.
Yeah, I said, yeah.
Well, as you write in the diary, the old woman with the bent neck is struggling in the weather. The rain must be running down her back. Don't know why she went out in this weather. Me back's doing me head in today. It does this every time the weather turns a bit grim. Ever since I tried to kick me height. Oh, remember that? We've heard this before. Kicked me height and landed on me arse. Was going to treat Suzanne to a trip to the pictures to see Breakback Mountain, but then remembered there is a programme on about two-headed kid tonight.
What two-headed kid?
It's just a two-headed kid knocking about. And I just wanted to watch that.
What do you mean, a two-headed kid?
It was something on the telly. I only saw the beginning of it. I thought, it seems a bit heavy, this.
The programme about the kid with two heads was a bit sad. They never go into the good sides of these stories. I asked Suzanne what happens if they sit an exam. She said she didn't know.
So, Rockbusters, you gave out 3 clues last week. Have we got a winner?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this was the first person to email in, but you pointed something out, didn't you? That we're going to do it this week, the first person, but we think maybe it shouldn't be the first person because some people are up in the world when this comes up and some people aren't up in the world. So we're just going to pick one at random next week. So you've got the whole week, but we're going to pick one at random. But this is the first one we got with all the right answers.
That's the first one with the right answers, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, give us the clues and the answers.
Right, so last week's clues, there was 3 of them. I'll give you initial of an artist or a band, and a cryptic clue.